1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Rosa Vargas, a young woman from New York, was getting excited preparing for her upcoming wedding. She and her fiance had gone to their city clerk's office to file for their marriage license. After a few days had passed, imagine the shock and surprise when the marriage license application was rejected because the city had found out that she was already married to 2 men. You see, Rosa's birth certificate had been lost about 16 years earlier, and over the course of time, 2 different women had gotten married to 2 different men, obviously by stealing her personal information identified on that birth certificate. Each and every one of us have personal identifiers, such as a social security number, a driver's license number. We all have a date of birth. All of this personal information, it makes you, you. And because we have all of this information, it makes each and every one of us the prime target for an identity theft. According to the International Association Chiefs of Police, identity crime is among the fastest growing crimes affecting the public today. Today, we will uncover how identity theft happens and the effects that it can have on us. We will learn some of the steps that we can take to help prevent identity theft and examine how taking those steps could be beneficial to us. If identity theft happens, it's when someone steals your personal information and uses it to commit fraud in your name. What do they do with this information? Identity thieves, they obtain our personal information in many different ways. Your purse or your wallet, for instance. And throughout my research on this topic, I learned that your purse and your wallet is one of the top explanations of identity theft today. Then we have to consider the internet, our phones, the social media that we're scamming all throughout the days. All of these digital devices leave us vulnerable to identity theft. We can't forget our mailboxes at home or our trash. Identity thieves will not think twice of going through your mail, incoming or outgoing, or even diving into your dumpster. But what do? They steal from your bank accounts, your retirement accounts. They open new lines of credit, obtain loans for houses, cars, all of this without your knowledge and without any intentions of making any payments. In many instances, the person who stole your identity assumes your identity, commits a crime, and you're the one who lands in jail. NBC News reported November 2017 that the top 3 financial impacts of identity theft were not being able to obtain a credit card, not being able to obtain a loan, and being in debt for the result of the crime. Your financial security is at risk and is damaged, it suffers. Your credit history is damaged as well. The financial impact of identity theft can be lasting, but too can the emotional toll as victims fight to regain their identities, says Trey Logren, president of Equifax Personal Solutions. Once you've discovered you've been the victim of identity theft, it can take months, years to recover. And some people, unfortunately, never fully recover. Studies have shown that victims experience signs of frustration and betrayal, shame, embarrassment. They've also gone to show that there's been overwhelming sadness, and some people have even considered thoughts of suicide. Now we know how identity theft happens, the effects that it can have on us. let's look into what steps that we can take in order to help prevent identity theft from happening. Now, there's a number of things that you can do, but the key step in your prevention for identity theft is taking a proactive role in your own protection. It starts off with protecting your personal information at home and the information that we carry. If your wallet was stolen today, could you tell me absolutely every single thing that's in it? Christian Loberg suggests in her book, Identity Theft, How to Protect Your Name, Your Credit, and Your Vital Information. She suggests making a copy of all of those important things in your wallet, front and back, so that you can put them up in a safe place at home. Should your wallet be stolen, you have something to reference to in order to make those phone calls and report the incidences. She also suggests do not carry your Social Security card. Don't carry any blank checks with you, and try limiting yourself to only one credit card. The internet, our phones, all of these digital devices makes us so vulnerable, and so much information is out there. We need to make sure that when we are on these devices, that we are on secure sites, that our passwords are set up so that identity thieves will have a harder time trying to get a crack at our information. When you're downloading apps on your phone, research those apps, because criminals actually create apps that will attack your phone's smart system just to get all of your personal information. When it comes to social media, be careful of what you put on there. Your email, your address, your date of birth, all of these are key clues to an identity thief to piece together that they could possibly even get your Social Security number out of that information. So again, we need to consider those facts and be careful. Set your privacy settings to the maximum degree. Now that we've discovered what steps we can do in order to help prevent identity theft, let's examine the benefits of using some of these steps. Imagine not having to worry so much about your financial security. Imagine not having to worry about someone stealing or running your name. As long as you are proactive and follow these steps and practice all of these prevention steps daily, you can ensure that you will have less stress levels financially and emotionally. Michael Arata Jr., security professional, fraud investigator, and author of Identity Theft for Dummies, he says that making yourself a harder target means that you have taken steps to protect yourself so that it is more difficult for an identity thief to steal your identity. Today, we have discovered how identity theft happens and the effects it can have on us. We've learned what steps we can take towards the prevention of identity theft happening, and we have examined some of the benefits of taking those steps. Everyone is vulnerable to identity theft. The impact can be devastating financially and emotionally. The very information that makes us who we are makes each and every one of us a prime target. How you protect yourself and your personal information is up to you. Every 2 seconds, someone in America becomes the victim of identity theft, according to the Javelin Strategy and Research. So by the end of the speech, that someone could be you. You have no time to waste. Protect your personal information at home. Clean out your wallets. Change your passwords. Pay attention to those sites that you're clicking on the internet. Be mindful of social media. Act now. Your financial security and emotional state of mind, it depends on you. When it comes to identity theft, we need to consider Identity Theft Resource Center Representative Eva Velasquez's words. She says, people need to understand that anyone can become a victim of this crime at any age or income level. While there are things you can do and should do to protect yourself, the reality is it can happen to you.